So, I'm going to discuss something which I haven't really discussed before, at least not in the way in which I'm going to discuss it now. And it has to do with the narcissist's anger and the anger that they feel when you don't chase them, even after they put you down, discarded you, and made you feel completely discardable, meaningless to them. Narcissists rely on people's reactions, and if you were their main supply, they would have heavily relied on your reactions to regulate them, to make them feel okay, to make them feel important, to make them feel worthy. And when you don't react as they need, and in particular, when you don't react as they expect, you inflict pain upon the narcissist. When narcissists discard people, when they've decided they've had enough, it's always on their watch. Narcissists are very careful, they're very in tune with their supply to try to avoid that situation where the supply might discard them before they decide they're ready. But when they decide to discard their supply, it's because for them, the time is right. It's time for you to go. But it doesn't end there, because there's a couple of things happening. One is the narcissist expects that you're in this mindset and in this space where you're needy, dependent, and making it on your own is just too daunting a task for you to actually achieve. And secondly, they're really counting on you to chase them and hard to uplift their ego, to make them feel like they have the upper hand, to make them feel like you're worth less than they are. And it's when you don't react as they need, when you don't uplift their ego by chasing them, by being unhappy, then you cause a lot of pain, because you're not giving them the response they need so they can self-regulate in a positive way. They self-regulate in a positive way when you have a negative reaction, when you're proving that you're less worthy than they are. But when you don't react as they need, they're not getting the self-regulation, they're not getting their expectations and needs met through your reaction, through your negative supply, which for them is a positive impact. So they experience pain. And that pain doesn't simply go away because you're a missing component to them feeling okay. And that pain of theirs lingers because all of a sudden they don't have the control to use you to regulate them anymore, because you're not really part of their picture. And very soon they start to see you as the source of their pain. They see you as the source of their pain because their thoughts and feelings of grief, their unhappiness, their dissatisfaction, their imbalance comes from the thoughts of you. It's like you're causing it. And you're causing it because you're not reacting the way they need. So in a way, they start to think and feel that it's your fault, like you're doing something to them. It's almost like in their mind, you are attacking them on almost like a daily basis because you're not reacting in the way they need so they can self-regulate. And very soon, the narcissist, which is the person who treated you badly, lied to you, cheated on you, devalued you for a long time, and discarded you, all of a sudden they feel like the victim because they feel like they're being hurt by you every day because you're not hurting for them, because you're not sacrificing yourself for them. And that's the funny thing about pain, because pain does not discriminate. Pain does not discriminate right, wrong, reason. absurdity, chaos. In the narcissist's most twisted way of thinking and mindset, if they feel pain, and the pain comes off the back of a feeling of you who is not helping them to self-regulate, they feel like you're the bad person and they are the victim, even if they would have caused a lifetime of injury and harm against you. Because the narcissist has a serious problem, which is accountability, acceptance of their own doings, cause and effect. This whole self-reflection thing. The alternative to them feeling victimized by you is to accept their own part in their destiny, but they're unable to do that because it comes with the disorder. It's alien to them. So they basically have like a self-inflicted gunshot wound, but they must have a scapegoat. And of course, it's going to be you, or whoever it is that's on their mind that's causing them the pain. So narcissists just revel in that feeling of pain. Well, it soon, it becomes accompanied by associated feelings of anger. Because it's easier for the narcissist to be angry at you or angry at other people than to regret their own decisions. It's much easier. In theory, if you were dealing with a healthy person, if a healthy person would have hurt you, if a healthy person would have done something that would have led to the end of the relationship, soon afterwards, when the dust settles, they realize their own part and they're capable of self-reflecting and accepting their part. And when you're capable of doing that, of course, you're capable of making amends and reconciling if it's the right thing. Healthy people are able to look in the mirror and look at themselves. But narcissists can't do that. Narcissists will never hold a mirror up to themselves. Therefore, they can never accept their part. Therefore, there's no reconciliation, no accountability. What they do is, sometimes they think they want to reconcile, they think they want you back, but narcissists, they forever get stuck in this kind of gaming mode. Revenge, anger. Their mind just goes in this kind of roller coaster. It's a very unproductive thought cycle where they can spend all day thinking about you, and then they'll have the same thought process the next day and the day after that. Going from that gaming mode, from anger, revenge, denial, anger, revenge, denial. Should they try to hoover you? Should they try to bring you back? Can they find a replacement that will drown out their feelings of you or drown out their feelings of whoever it is that's bothering them? And then they get a distraction temporarily. And then after that, back to feelings of anger, self-victimization. So, yes, narcissists do get angry. They get angry when people don't help them self-regulate the way they need. Unfortunately for the narcissist, a lot of times what they really need is to watch somebody suffer for them to feel good. And if that person's not suffering, they equate that person's lack of suffering to an attack against them. That's the entitlement they feel they have over people's lives. That everybody deserves to be unhappy, so they have a fighting chance of being just a little bit happy, a little bit stable, because that's the cost of the narcissist's happiness or well-being. Quotations, right? Well-being is everybody else's misery. Thanks for watching.